How's it going, people? It's Devon once again bringing you another daily dose of insight and motivation. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to explain to you the 5 signs, all right, that tells you that your manifestation is coming true. Let's jump right in. Look, she just wanna realize the future, realize the future, realize the future. I'm gonna realize the future, realize the future, realize the future. She just wanna realize the future, realize the future, realize the future. Everybody realize the future, Okay, sign number 1, that your manifestation is here. You can feel it, right? The energy, right? Sign number 1 is exactly that. The energy, the feeling. Do you remember in the beginning, maybe this was a day ago, a few hours ago, maybe this was a week ago, maybe some month, maybe a year. And you had a different energy, you had a different perception about this thing. Maybe you believed that it was far off in the future. Maybe you thought, it's going to take some time to manifest this. Maybe you had some deep-rooted beliefs and you thought that you were unworthy. Whatever it is, right? But now when you think about this thing, you have a completely different perception. You have a completely different idea of it. Maybe it seems just so much more possible for you. It feels so much more closer, so much in your grasp. Like you can taste it, you can see it. It's right there. That is the first sign that you can be sure that your manifestation is here. And if you are able to come to that awareness of, wait a minute, I remember when I used to think about this thing. And I used to think, man, like, I don't know how I'm going to get this, how I'm going to manifest this. And then you're in an energy of just like, I'm grateful. Like let's go. Like, let's get it. You made it, baby. That's sign number 1. Sign number 2, that your manifestation is here. Whenever you're trying to manifest something and you go out into the world, you go out into the external world after doing this internal work, and you start to see, hear, smell, taste, touch. You have all these different events, circumstances, situations, or people that remind you of this thing that you're trying to manifest, right? You guys know, for example, let's just talk about a car. Let's say you want a car, right? And you start, visualizing this car, you're imagining yourself driving this car, all these different things. And you go out in the world and you're like, is every single person in the universe driving this car now? You start seeing this car everywhere. You start seeing it all the time in different colors, different situations, different scenarios. You walk outside, you turn your head, it's the first car that you see, right? That is a sign, okay, that your manifestation is close. It's near. It's so close. It's so near. You could touch it, literally. And sometimes it does happen like that. You can literally touch it. Or you hear someone have a conversation and they mention this thing and you just overheard it. And for some reason, your consciousness, your ears caught that vibration out of all the other, you know, sensory, attractions that are pulling our energy and our focus. You heard that one thing, right? And that is because your manifestation, whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you desire to be, do, or have, it's right here. It's right here in your hands. Grab it, claim it. Sign number 3, all right? That your manifestation is close, is here, all right? Sign number 3 is that you have a inevitable feeling that this thing is going to happen, right? I remember in my early manifestation days, it was tough because for beginners, you usually have a lot of doubt. You don't know if this is something that truly works, and you're asking yourself these questions like, do I really have control of my reality? Am I really the creator of my reality? Can I really, manifest these things into existence? Is it really true that I can think about certain things and I can have these certain experiences or life situations or events or people come into my life? Well, it is true. It is true. And as you start to develop this muscle, because that's literally what it is, it's a muscle. It's conditioning your mind. It's conditioning, it's building a new belief, a new identity for yourself that you are this person, or that you are doing this thing, or that you do indeed have this thing that previously before that you thought you didn't. But now you're on the opposite side. You're going downhill now, right? If we want to use that viewpoint, and you just have this feeling of like, no, it's certain. That's absolute certainty, right? Certainty. You just have this feeling of certainty that it's going to happen. You know those days where you wake up in the morning and you just have that feeling of certainty, like I don't know what's going on today, but something is going to happen. Something spectacular is going to happen. And you go out through your day, and if you just revisit and recount all the things that you experienced, all the things that you got to see today, you will be able to add many times over. Oh, that was a cool thing that happened. That was a great thing that happened. That was another good thing that happened. That was another good thing that happened. But oftentimes we don't remember the intention that we set out in the morning, is that, today is going to be a great day. Oftentimes we don't remember the intentions and manifestations that we're trying to accomplish, that we're trying to work on. And we have these things that pop up in our reality all the time, but we're not acknowledging them. And that's number 4. That's sign number 4, that you are starting to acknowledge your manifestational power, right? Because I remember, especially if you're not one who's very organized, and you're not writing these things down, you're not keeping track of them, how you're not going to have a reference to go back on. So you may have been visualizing this one thing for a few weeks, a few days, a month, however long it is. And then maybe you get some doubt or whatever. Maybe you're just not feeling it anymore. So you're like, okay, I'm going to stop, sending my energy towards that. And then a week later or sometime later, that thing just manifests for you, right? It's so crazy how it happens. And I'm getting ahead of myself, because that is sign number 5, that you now have an ability to detach from this thing that you are wanting. But let's go back to number 4, right? You're acknowledging your creative power, and you're seeing these signs and these influences from the universe, and you're saying, wait a minute, I'm doing that. I'm creating that. That's because of the way of the new pattern of thought that I've been thinking. That's because of the way that I've been speaking these things into existence. That's because of the way I've been acting, and I've been acting within this new identity. So that is the reason why I'm experiencing this. When you start to acknowledge it, that is going to bring you into a whole new realm, because you start to affirm those things for yourself. You start to affirm it. And then the synchronicities increase. They increase because that's almost like you speaking to your higher self, to your angels, your guides, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. And you saying, I see you. I acknowledge you. And I acknowledge the universe, that you are indeed working with me, and that we are working together to create my best life, to create, the identity, the person that I want to be, the things that I want to do, and whatever it is that you want to have, right? You're acknowledging these experiences, and you're taking ownership of the conscious creator that you truly are, right? Taking your power back. And number 5, right? We already talked about it. But number 5, as you're already making this acknowledgement, now you're able to detach, right? Because what if we go into the consciousness of wanting something or desire, then we understand that in the consciousness of want, in the consciousness of desire, you are implying to your subconscious that you actually don't have that thing. Because if I want something, theoretically, I am also saying, well, I want this because I don't have it. I want this because I don't have it. What is the reason why you want something? For the most part, you actually want something because of the feeling that it's going to give you, right? But it takes some time after you have done the inner work to, align yourself with this feeling. And after you go through that time, then you're able to be like, well, I understand now. I didn't really want that thing. I thought I wanted it, but I really just wanted the energy that the thing was going to provide for me, whether it be a sense of certainty, variety, a change in your life, not circumstance, significance, right? Something that makes you feel that you're able to grow, or contribution, right? Like a lot of people say that they want money, and like, when I get $1 million, I'm going to give so much, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Well, look at what you're saying. You're really only saying that you want this large and grandiose sum of money that you want to manifest because you want to contribute more. So what is it that you actually want? It's not the money itself. You just want the feeling that you're contributing to something. But you can have that feeling right now. So you can align yourself with this $1 million version of you right now by already to decide to contribute on what you can contribute with right now. It doesn't even have to be a monetary contribution. You can contribute your time and still get in the same feeling space. And I guarantee you, as you make that alignment, you work with it every single day, these things have no choice but to manifest in your physical reality. I guarantee, pay attention to these 5 signs, all right, that alert you, that notify you, right, that send you a sign, send you a message that your manifestation is near, it's close, it's here, you can grasp it, right? And there may be one more pattern, one more, verbal vibration, one more action that it takes to integrate this new belief, this new identity, right? This manifestation, this thing that you're trying to create, whether it be something that you be, something that you do, or something that you want to have, right? And it may even not be that far. It may be closer than that. It may be a sign to let you know that, hey, the universe might be trying to alert you and tell you that we need you to open up your arms. We need you to make space for this thing that you want. Because if you want a new car, but your garage is already filled, where are you going to put your new car? You must first get rid of the old, make some type of space, however that resonates with you, so that the universe can deliver you these new experiences, these new events, these new people, circumstances, situations, whatever it is. And I guarantee once you wake up and you're being the person you want to be, you're doing the things you want to do, or now you actually physically have whatever you want to have, and it's not in your vibrational reality, it's not in your vortex, right? You have it so you can share it with others, you can experience it with others, and you can enjoy it with others. You just look around and say, all I did was realize the future. As I always say, continue to realize where you are now. Realize where you have been, and now realize the future. Realize the future. Yeah, it's a dedication. We gon' have a real celebration. Look, moms, I knew if I would just stay patient, I would go and get it, I would make it, yeah.